Hello again. It's the day after when John came round, so I'm just buttoning up the alternator. He's done it all. I'm just making sure there's no bits on the cam belt or stuck on the sump guard or dropped on the floor, because there's been quite a lot of work going on there over the past couple of days. Now I've been paranoid about the braided hose next to all the electrical connectors. So right, what I've done with this braided hose, I was so worried about it shorting out on anything, I've put some plastic pipe around it and cable tied it. So that's going to reduce the chance of anything rubbing through, so I'm happy with that. I've got a GoPro mount coming, because this one, it can wobble as you're going around corners a little bit. It's not so bad at the moment, but it can. So I'm going to put a proper GoPro mount on, hopefully it'll fit. And I've got to sort out the settings on that camera. It's still looking grey and manky. It used to be so good, I don't know what the settings were. Right, we got things to do. Right, another job I've just done is I've used these cable ties. You can open them up and release the cable. And I've just used the hot melt glue gun to glue them to the bonnet. So it's near the cam belt. I'm a bit concerned, you know, if the bonnet's shut and they come apart or whatever. So hopefully they'll keep that secure. They've got to be easy to release, because the spotlights are on for scrutineering, and then you take them off to do the first 6 stages, and then you've got a break before the night stages. So that's when you put them back on again, and then they'll come off again in the morning, or when you've finished in the evening. So yeah, I have to work on these. I've got, here's one there. So I presume just pull that and it opens up again. Handy to know now, rather than when I'm trying to do it. Right, this is how I'm sorting the oil out. I don't know if I can do it with one-handed. I'm going to try and watch that the cam belt doesn't hit the water pipe and then it stays on the bottom pulley. So you can see it goes a bit tighter when it starts pumping the oil. So it is pumping the oil around the engine now. I've been doing it for quite a while, and I'm guessing we've got some oil pressure in there. 10 psi or something. No oil pressure there. So what I'll check the oil tank. I did it not that long ago. I don't know how long it takes to empty the oil tank. Well, it seems to take a while to fill it back up again. Yeah, you can see oil in there. You can see it dripping because it's being pumped back. So it's about up to there. I don't know what. So that should be plenty of oil to fire up. I'll do it a bit more, and if the level keeps going up, I'll keep doing it. But if it stays the same, I might as well try firing it up then. I'm just hoping the battery's all right, because I've had the ignition on and the spotlights on for quite a while, trying to wire all that up. So that might have put a bit of a drain on the battery. We'll soon find out. One thing I did do is when I took the belt off the pump, I left it up between the gear stick and the handbrake. That way, hopefully, I would have seen it there if I tried starting it, forgetting it was off, and stopped me from starting it. Right, and I'll put it back on now. I put the dry sump belt back on, the pump belt, and I put a new one on it. I thought, for what they are, I might as well just stick a new one on it. I brought a couple of spare ones anyway. So I think we're ready to give it a go. I've put the GoPro in, because I've changed the settings on that. Last hill climb I did was awful. Somehow I've lost the settings that I had, which were really good. So I've been Googling it. I went under someone's recommendations for the last hill climb, and once the sun's shining, you just can't see out the windscreen. So it's quite a sunny day today. I've got to take it for a test drive. Just got to torque the wheels, check tyre pressures, and then we'll try the camera out and see how that works. so this time next week we will be on the stages. I think I'm pretty much there. I've got most of it done, took it for a drive, seems all right. So now we're getting to the stage where I can have a look at the little bits that I'm not overly fussed with, but can do with getting done, like the dent in the wing. So I think what we're going to do now is have a go, jack up the front, take the wheel off, and then see if we can do a bit of pumping around. I'll show you what I've been recommended to do by people who know what they're talking about. Not me, I've got no interest in bodywork. You know, obviously I don't want it to look too rough, but I'd rather spend a bit more time on the alternator, say, than making the wing look pretty. Just the way I am. Right, here we go. Yeah, there's my repair on it. You know, that's effort for me. So it's got a few creases in it. It's taken a hit in the front, and what the guy was saying was the front of the car is straight and then it goes in here. At this point is too far back. He said if you can push this bit forward a bit, he said it won't take much, and he said you'll probably find that some of these dents pop out. I don't think that one will because it's got a bit of a crease, but I don't know much about it, so we can always, I'll have to take this off and have a look and see what we're up against. Yeah, I think it's going to look a bit messier because it's got no paint on it. It's all split a bit. So I think he did have a go at it, but his porta power wasn't working or something. And also, if it goes forward a little bit, once we get that forward a little bit more, I might be able to get some more grips or something on this. And I must warn you though, I will paint it, but it's not going to get much more prep than that. If it's going to get done, it'll get done properly, but you know, I'm not under any illusion that it's going to be looking like this in 8 days. There's a good chance, well, not a good chance, but there's a chance that anything can happen. So I'd be gutted if I'd spent a lot of money getting that wing sorted out, and then yeah, it all went wrong. But all in all, the car's looking quite good. It's there. I did these, which I had the roll cage dangling from the ceiling and opened the garage door, and it knocked the front bars off twice. I did it. They say and you can test an animal's intelligence by its ability to learn from its mistakes, but I didn't. But when you look inside, that's carbon fibre, which I never knew. So we're getting it. I could have put the names on. I've ordered a GoPro roll cage mount to mount the GoPro on. I've got a remote control for the GoPro because I couldn't reach it when it was in there. Need to put some drink bottles. I've got the drink bottles holders down there, so I'll put them on the cage somewhere. Oh, and the rev counter is temperamental, so I need to take the dash out and have a look and see what's going on with the wiring around there. I think it's when I put the main power feed through, it's loosened something or made something intermittent. So I'll get onto that. Right, so like I said, I don't know much about this, but I'm guessing if I get something up here next to the light, on the side of the light, and push off the bulkhead somewhere here. It's had a few knocks in it. That was the last one it had. That was quite a bad one. That's why I've stitched it up again where it split, but yeah, I could do with some paint on there. Might do that as well. Right, so I'm going to get the port power, stick it up there, give it a couple of pumps, see what happens. Right, we've got a axle stand holding the weight. There's a brace on the back, and then just under the front light. So I'm going to pump a bit and see if anything moves, but not falling off. What I want to see really is this front bit moving forward a bit. I don't think it'll take much. I'll give it a few pumps to see what happens. Yeah, I've given it a couple of pumps, but it seems to be pumping the light bit out more than the wing. So I need to put a bit of timber on its edge here, there mainly, and see if I can pump that bit forward. Yeah, it's not really looking brand new yet. So what I've done is I've got a piece of timber right behind where the bumper is. I've given it a few pumps. I haven't even put the handle on the thing. I've just put a little bit of pressure on it, and I'm now getting a gap between the bumper and the wing, which is good. This hole's closed up here, which is good. The wing, I don't know what I can do about that. But these are the sort of things you put something flat behind and hit it with a hammer. I don't know, but it's looking much better than it was. But we need to do a bit more. So I've got a hammer and dollies and all that somewhere. And then I need to, I think what the other problem is, I've still got pressure on the port power, is it's pushing against the bottom of the wing, which is closing the gap up at the bottom. So hopefully when I release the pressure, this will open up and that will stay where it is. So I'll give that a go. It's pointless banging the dents and then releasing the port power and find it all moves. Might have to go a bit further yet. Yeah, I've released the pressure and the gap's closed up there, and it's opened up a bit more here. So I think what I need to do is go a bit further forward. Maybe if I go forward, then knock these about, push these in a bit, that might help. I better go and find my dollies. Right, I've got some tension on the port power still. I've taken the glue and tape and all that off it, but it looks to me like the wing sort of goes in a bit here. I think I need to get inside and sort of push it that way, especially here. I presume that should be out to about a bit further out. It looks like it's going in then coming out again. So I'll try pushing it here from the inside, see if there's anything I can push it on. Or might just knock it with my little hammers. Yeah, I thought I'd better double check the other side, and that is pretty straight, that line along there. Whereas on the other side it goes in a lot. So what I've done is I've got a bit of wood and put it under the arch. Yeah, you can definitely see it's going in there. So I put a bit of wood, jacked it off the inner wing, and I'm tapping it up, which is pushing this out. So it's pushing it, it's on this sort of line where I'm putting the force. So I think I'm gonna move it over and just do a bit here and there, just so it's not all in one place. See how that goes. Right, I'm gonna release the pressure on the port power, and we'll see what it does to the wing. That's it, slack, that's good, stay where it was. Okay, what I'm going to do now is put the port power onto the bulkhead rather than the back of the wing. See if it will push it forward a little bit, because I think I'm just pushing against it. Give that a go. Right, now I've got it pushed off the bulkhead. So that all looks pretty straight and where it should be. This bit, I don't know what I can try. This is still going in a little bit. Need to do a bit more work on that on the inside. But the problem I am getting, we've got a bit of a door opening issue now. So I've actually pushed the wing back. So I need to see if I can push it forward a bit more, or I think I might have stretched it. So I might need to pull it, get something in there and wedge it without damaging the door anymore. Yeah, I might try and get that out first, where it goes in a little bit. What I did was I got a bit of 3mm steel, got it in the gap, knocked it down, and I just gave it a wiggle backwards and forwards. So now we've got door opening and closing. So I'm hoping I might be able to get something in there to straighten that up a bit. I can't see Rolls-Royce phoning me up, offering me a job. That's better though, that. I bet there's people cringing. I'm really chuffed with that. I might even put a bit of filler on it. And I got some random paint somewhere. That was, I think this is ermine white. This car. And I've got something that looks the same colour as my other car. Is it that one? White primer. Might be up there. I got one that I painted the inside of the floor with, but is it worth doing something a totally different colour? Should I go and get a can of almond white? I think it is. That might be an idea. Also, the car's jacked up, so when I did it down, that gap might change. I think I better put the wheel on. I don't think I'm going to do any more porta powering. I think I could do more damage than good if I carry on. I need to put. I've got a riveter, so I can put some rivets back in there. Let's put the wheel on, get it on the ground, clear up all this stuff, so I've got a bit more space, and then reassess it. Well, let's set the wheel back on the floor. Door's slightly touching. It's a bit of a nightmare to shut. But all the inside's cut out. There's nothing solid in it. Right. If the door was off, then it'd be easy. If the wing was off, it'd be easy. But I don't really want to get that involved with it. All I can think about is a big sticker on there. Let's put the rivets on. Wow, look at that with the rivets in. Can't even see the dent anymore. Wow, from my eyes. I need to get a big sticker. Yeah, I'll sort of worry about that one later. I mean, I could put a bit of filler on. I think it's down to if I can get paint similar colour. I'll go and have a look tomorrow. Almond white, I'm pretty sure it is. See if I can get any of that. If I can, I'll put a bit of filler on it and give it a bit of a touch up, and then that means I'll have to see if I can do something with this. Right, let me get some thinking done. If I could get something at an angle that you could twist, and I mean adjustable spanner would be great if there was no door on it, even when the door's open. Oh, hang on. We've got some movement. It's not open. The door's not opening now since I've riveted that on. That could be good in a way. Right, 3mm steel. Let's see if we can move it back again. Right, I've just banged a bit of 3mm steel, wedged it in there. I've sort of bent it, but I'm not sure if I'm bending the door or the wing. If I try opening the door, oh, imagine people with mint escorts cringing now. That's what you want. You want one with a few dents and scrapes in it. You can do this in. Alright, well, it opens. Yeah, a little bit more fettling. I think we're getting there. You know, it will get done eventually, but I don't want to fix it and then crash it at the rally, or hit something. Just hit a hay bale. It's going to destroy that. We'll see how we get on. We could always treat it to another wing. Right, let's do a bit more work on that. If it misses a door, that's since I've riveted the arch on, so the arch has obviously moved the door a bit, so still got a little bit of a indent there. I really don't know what I'm doing, do I? But what I do know is I need the door to open better than that. So let's carry on with the 3mm steel. Check that out. That'll do me. Right, now when I'm closing the door, you can hear all the rubber's compressing. Which is why a lot of the time it doesn't close past that. To get it closed fully is a pretty... If I don't look at that, it's like it's not a problem. We'll move on. We'll do the easy job, which is GT85 on the rubber. Seems to be, oh, it's in the roll cage, that's why. Ah, up in the roll cage there. Right, that makes sense. We can amend that. A little tiny touch with a hammer. Yeah, it's pushing the wing out at the top. The door, sorry, so yeah. Oh, no. Where's my other hammer with the flat bit on it? Here it is. Right. Look, I can. I just think that's part of the car. The door shuts much better now. It's not pushing it out as it closes. You just have to give it quite a big bang, but not as big as before. Can live with that. I'd just like to say there are people out there who, when they got the car, they would have spent a lot of time on this and they would have made it mint and it would have looked lovely and they could have polished it and done things like got the rest of the stickers off that I've left on there. But they might not have changed the alternator and sorted that out, and you know, anything can go wrong, but I'd rather concentrate on stuff that is I find more important. I'm really not fussed about the wing, as you can probably gather. To me, that is a big improvement. If I can get a bit of paint on it, then yeah, that's a good one. So tomorrow I'm gonna go and get some, see what paint I can get matched up to it, and give it a quick. Well, if I get the paint the right colour, I'll try a bit. Then I'll give it a quick sand down and a bit of a filler in it. Yeah, loving it. I'll tell you what we do need: Jersey Tim 100 sticker. Let's get one of those on it. Sorry, Mark, gas track's got to go. You've got one on your car anyway. So we want to go to Jersey Tim 100, and that looks like the ideal place to put it. Let's put it in the middle. Now we'll put it there. Cool. It's unusual for me to put a sticker on where there's not a dent, mind you. There's plenty of marks to cover up. Right, it's getting there. Right, I've got a plan that involves a couple of wire brushes and an electric drill and a can of paint. But I think I've still got more things to do. So I'll upload this and then, yeah, I can see the anticipation of how it's going to look at the end is going to be mesmerising. The worrying thing is, I don't think that's too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Right, see you next time.